Okay, I'd like to create a sacred space for this interaction and only connect with beings of the highest frequency, love, and light. So am I connected to my spirit guides at this time? Yes, okay, wonderful. Spirit guides, I thought we could talk today about DMT. I recently met with someone who had some experiences with DMT, and I don't think we've ever talked about DMT, so I thought it would be an interesting subject to get your perspective on. So what exactly is DMT from your perspective? DMT is a chemical, RELEASED, released, by THE, the, PINEAL, pineal, GLAND. Okay. DMT is a chemical released by the pineal gland. Okay. And do we all have it? We all have a pineal gland that has DMT that can be accessed. Okay. And do we have to do something to access it? I mean, maybe does it just kind of lie dormant in us until we access it? Yes. Okay. And what is the purpose of accessing it? Okay, I can just say telepathically, DMT can be used to access other dimensions. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. So in a way, what I think you're saying is that we're all given these pineal glands with dormant or non-activated DMT that can be accessed as we go on a spiritual path or journey, and that's a huge yes, as we begin to our spiritual path to awaken to our true nature. Would that be accurate? Yes. Okay. Is there something about, I mean, can we access our true nature without accessing DMT? Yes. Okay. But maybe is it just another pathway to that knowledge? Yes. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to add about the pineal gland or DMT? Okay, what you're saying telepathically is DMT can be a little bit dangerous, but people should use some caution, I believe is what you're saying, when trying to access this dormant DMT. Okay, and why is that, spirit guides? Why should they use maybe some precautions or go about it carefully? Because they might not be ready for what they experience. Okay. So it's kind of like the ayahuasca and the other plant medicines. I think we did talk about that once a while back, that you might not be ready to see and experience maybe the truth, I guess, or maybe it's just beyond, maybe it'd just be overwhelming, and maybe would it be difficult in some ways to maintain your 3D experience once you begin to access some of this knowledge? Okay. Is there anything else about DMT or the pineal gland that you'd like to share with us? Maybe for someone who's willing to take the risk of utilizing it or accessing it, or I guess maybe a question. I don't know a lot about it, to be honest. I've heard people talk about it, but this is something that lies dormant within us, but it's also a substance we can take in ourselves, and that is a yes. So let's say someone wanted to ingest or take in this substance, DMT, in order to have one of these experiences. Is there something that they should be aware of, or should they maybe have a shaman or a practitioner, a sacred plant medicine or shaman practitioner help them through that process? Yes, okay. Why is that? Because not doing so could be problematic for life in the 3D experience. Okay. So if you just went for it and didn't get help or do it with some assistance, it could really derail your 3D experience, and that would not be something you'd want. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add on this subject, spirit guides? Yes. We aren't dissuading you from trying it. However, we think you should exercise caution in doing so. Okay. I guess I'm channeling this. Okay. Yeah, that's something to really be aware of, that we all want to learn the truth. Well, not all of us, but on the spiritual path we do. And it may not be the wisest move to do something so intense that your whole experience in the 3D gets derailed completely. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Anything else, Spirit Guide, you'd like to add? Yes. We want you to know that we love you and support your choices. This is a free will choice. If you choose to do so, we support you in doing so. However, we believe you should exercise caution. Okay. Thanks, Spirit Guides. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Yes. We love you. Okay. Thanks, Spirit Guides. We will connect with you soon.